Folks, racial drama here at the University of Michigan, where a group of black students are being called racist for demanding safe spaces. The group, Students for Justice, they've been holding sit-ins and protests on campus, even outside of the president's mansion. The activists are demanding a space dedicated to community organizing and social justice work, specifically for African Americans. This after disturbing flyers turned up on campus. In addition to the flyers, the group says there have been hateful emails as well. But some students, like Cole Karnick at the campus newspaper, the Michigan Review, have called the activists' demand unprincipled and de facto segregation. Joining me now via FaceTime from D.C. is Lawrielle West, a member of Students for Justice at the University of Michigan. Lawrielle, I want to start, so before I go to my panel, I'll deal with you first. So exactly what are the demands of Students for Justice?
Well, the principle of the demands for student justice is just for the administrators to acknowledge us and to acknowledge the things that are going on and explicitly state what they are. So when these things happen on campus, we don't want to respond saying, oh, bad things are happening. We want things saying, stop being anti-black, stop being racist on campus, and this isn't tolerated. And one of the biggest demands that's gotten a lot of attention is creating a space for students of color to organize. And people have perceived it as meaning for students of color, meaning and not no whites are allowed, and that's not what we're saying there.
Okay, so I understand, first of all, being here, see, this university is different than many others. So I'm a graduate of Texas A&M, so everything is pretty much when you're on the university campus, you are. But here, the campus is mixed in with the city, and so the facility where a lot of black students will gather, I understand, was on the outskirts of the city, but the university is building a $10 million multicultural center in the center of campus?
That's the plans, but they've been saying they were building that for a while, and yeah, it's one of those things where we're given a promise and we're just consistently waiting on something to happen.
So is that building not being constructed right now?
Unless it's somewhere secret, no, it's not being constructed right now. They may still be planning it or working on it, but it's not being constructed right now.
So when this is built, would this be a place where students of color could actually plan, organize, and mobilize? So what is this facility going to be for?
The space that we're looking for is a place that documents past and present student activism on campus, and when students can have an official space to organize. Right now, when we meet, we either meet maybe in a dining hall, meet in a random room in a union, but we want a space for students to come together and make change not only on campus but in the world.
So I'm just trying to understand, because I know at Texas A&M, we had a Memorial Student Center where we actually had space for student organizations. So for student organizations right now, are there not spaces on campus where you can meet, where you can book rooms, where you actually have offices, anything like that?
There are definitely spaces on campus where people can meet, of course, but we're asking for something specific for student activism and social justice. Right now, the $10 million building that you were talking about is Charter Multicultural Center, and that is dedicated to students of color and having cultural events. But we want something specifically on student activism because student activism is so pivotal to change that has happened at U of M. So we want somewhere that's dedicated to that place.
So I'm curious, and so if you have such a building that's being planned, could you not have a space in that building for student activism? I'm just trying to understand the difference between what you're saying, student activism, and programming.
Right. So student activism is more so an active effort to make things better in the community around us, specifically at U of M. And Charter Multicultural Center is more so just programming, getting exposure to different cultures and things like that. So it's two different things that we're looking for here. And we think the campus has not only enough money, but enough space to have two different buildings or facilities for these different purposes.
Okay. Is there a website where people out there can actually look at your demands?
There's not a website yet that's up, but we have a Facebook page, Students for Justice at the University of Michigan.
Okay. All right, Lawrielle, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not gonna let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.